Hi, I'm Anifa. I am 26 years old, born in Rwanda, raised in Colorado, and in 2023, I lived in London for an entire year, completing my master's degree, enjoying my life, going to concerts, Notting Hill Carnival, seeing Beyonce, SZA, meeting Burna Boy. Guys, I was living my best life until I graduated, and I was attempting to find a job in London and failed so bad, and I was so exhausted. My sister was like, Anifa, come to Perth, Australia, and job search here. So I moved to Australia. Initially, I was going to be here for 2 months, and in that time, I would be applying for jobs in the UK and in the US. Guys, it has been 5 months, and I'm still here navigating life, kind of going through a midlife crisis, trying to find a new job. And yeah, come on this journey with me. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Anifa, and I am back, and I'm so happy to be filming another video for you guys. March has been just like a very slow, disappointing month, and it's been hard, guys. It's been hard. I really thought I was gonna kick off March and really like post a whole bunch of videos and content for you guys, showcasing you guys me navigating my mid-20s crisis and job searching, and also just kind of like living life in Australia right now. But like, honestly guys, what nobody tells you is when you're unemployed for such a long time, it can be so hard. Just to give you guys a brief overview of my situation right now, so I do have like a freelance job that I do on the side, but it's part-time, and it's not something that can like support me to like have like the lifestyle that I want, or just like even living like a living wage where I could like be comfortable, if that makes sense. So I do that on the side. So that takes up about like, I want to say about 20% of my time. The other 80% of my time I spend just looking for a full-time job, full-time permanent job in the US or in the UK, and then going to the gym, working on my mental health. I watch a lot of TV. Yeah, but March was such a hard month, and I really got stuck in like, I don't want to call it a depressive episode because that's like a bit intense. It was more kind of like I was in a rot, if that makes sense, like a funk, like a just feeling down type of energy where you just kind of feel defeated. And yeah, in March I felt defeated. That's really the best way to say it. I want to tell you guys about what triggered me to go into this funk, how I navigated it, and then how I got out of it. Because when you are in a rough time in your life, like, you're always gonna go through these little phases where you just feel defeated, and it's important to know how to navigate it. And it's also important to just kind of like allow yourself to go through that, because it's part of the healing, and it's a natural and normal thing for you to be going through. Like, don't freak out, okay? So this is what happened. So in March, I started out feeling very optimistic, posting on my YouTube channel, just being really happy about, you know, life. In February, I had applied for a job. I interviewed for the job. I did like 2 rounds of interviewing, and then I never heard back from the company. So because I never heard back from the company, I decided to reach back out to them. And when I reached out to them, because they didn't give me an answer of whether they were going to choose me, move forward with me or not, but obviously the silence was loud and it was clear that they were going in a different direction. So I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of feedback. And also, it's a big company, so they have other positions with other brands. So I was like, let me just reach out to them so I can just have a better understanding of what's going on, and also tell them that I'm applying to these other positions in their company. So I sent my email, I'm happy, whatever, and then the hiring manager or the HR person messages me, and she's like, hey, like, I would love to give you an update about your application with us over the phone. This is the first time that I ever got like a phone rejection. But anyways, in the moment I didn't know it was a rejection, I was super happy. I was like, oh my god, like, this is good news. Like, this means that even if I don't get that job that I applied for, she's willing to help me find something at the company. She calls me about like 3 hours after she sent the email. I told her I was like available right away. We get on the call and immediately she's like, so the hiring manager felt like you didn't have the experience that we were looking for, and she's looking for someone who's a bit more qualified and who has experience working with UK retailers. And I was like, okay, I understand. But I think the part where that was kind of like throwing me off is like she was telling me that like the job that I applied for, that I was not qualified to be applying for a job at that level, which was kind of blowing me because I literally have done that exact same job for a company that's within that company in a different country. So I was like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. And like I was trying to understand where they were coming from, like not having the UK knowledge, but like I was like, okay, whatever. Like, it makes sense if the hiring manager is telling me that, hey, she wants someone more qualified for that job, like that's what, you know, she thinks, right? The HR person was like, hey, if you want to apply for more jobs at this company, you need to be applying for jobs at this level because you're not at this. Okay, let me explain to you guys. So I applied for a marketing executive role, which in the UK, a marketing executive role is right under assistant manager. It's basically, in my opinion, kind of like a coordinator position, but it's not, I guess. So they have marketing executive, and then under that they have a coordinator position. She told me that I should only be applying for coordinator positions, but I knew for a fact that I had the experience level to apply for a marketing executive job. Imagine someone at a huge company is telling me that, hey, if you ever want to work for this company, you need to go for this lower level, and this is the pay that you should be expecting. And that was so discouraging because in London I do have like a certain like salary that I want in order for me to stay there. And so her telling me that you're only gonna get this amount if you ever work for this company, that was so discouraging. And for someone to tell me that information on a phone call, I felt like that was very unprofessional. And then the other thing too is like, she shouldn't take just one manager's, like hiring manager's perspective and then apply it to all other companies and make me like literally underqualified for like other marketing executive roles in the company, like especially if I can qualify for those other jobs as well, if that makes sense. Because that just set me in a depressive episode, because at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna receive her feedback, like I don't want to be too defensive, like she's giving me good feedback. This is the first time the hiring manager has literally called me on the phone to reject me on the phone, so I should take the feedback well. Yeah, at first I was taking it well. I talked to my family members and they were just like, yeah, like the way she communicated to you that information was wrong, and she shouldn't try to box you. Because she was like, if you're willing to take this lower position, and she wanted to talk more because I guess they had like other positions that were open. But like, you know, someone can tell you that they don't think you're good enough, but you do not have to take that and internalize it and make it your whole story. At first I was gonna take it so deep to the point where I was never gonna apply for jobs in the UK again. But then I was like, what the hell, like this is just one person who's telling me their opinion, and whether it is valid for them, I don't have to take that and internalize it and make it my story, and make it my story that, oh, once someone told me that I was underqualified for something. Like, no, I'm not gonna take it that deep. So anyways, I decided not to like allow it to like bother me. But I feel like deep inside, like even though I had on the outset I had accepted the situation for what it was, inside I feel like I was still processing it and I was feeling hopeless. And so I just was in bed. I wanted to sleep. All I wanted to do was sleep. All I wanted to do was eat. I slept, I ate. I was on my cycle, so I was just in bed. I was watching all the TV shows. I was obsessed with Scandal, and I would stay up until like 5 a.m. watching Scandal. And of course, like I already finished the show by now, but I just did not feel like my best, and I allowed myself to feel that way. I feel like when you are experiencing a conflict internally, like on the subconscious level, you just have to allow yourself to feel it, if that makes sense. I journaled. I allowed myself to cry and I could release it, and I talked to family about it, about the situation. And I think overall, the thing that kind of also helped me kind of get out of the funk was just honestly like not thinking about my job search or my future. Like, I took a break. I just kind of felt like it was a lot on my shoulders and I was very stressed. And I've been in Australia for 4 months and I'm looking for a job in the US and the UK, and I just felt overwhelmed. And in that moment, I just needed to take a step back and take a break from the job search and to just really allow myself to take a break. One thing that I say is, if you do take a break, try not to make yourself feel bad about it. Like, I took a break from going to the gym. I just didn't really, like, all I wanted to do was eat and watch TV and sleep. And that was okay. In that moment, that was okay. I allowed myself to feel like that. But I also know that when I allow myself to feel like that, I started feeling like shit. So the minute I start feeling like shit internally, like in terms of my body, that's when I know it's time for me to go to the gym. So the other thing that I do in this era of life is I will focus my energy on things that make me feel good. So going to the gym is one of those things. And then I also do my freelance job. So like, I'm always doing that and I have fun with it. Yeah, like, I just feel like whatever is the thing that caused you to go into that depressive episode, funk, you need to put it to the side. Like, put it to the side. Don't stress about it. Don't think about it. And allow yourself to come to the point where you can have a new perspective about it. So I think right now I have a new perspective about that situation, and you know, I'm not gonna let it hold me back. I allowed myself to feel sad for myself, but now I'm honestly gonna let God. I'm gonna let God let God guide me, because I'm trying my best. And you know, I pray that God sends me a job that I deserve. I pray that I get a job that's, you know, in line with what I think I deserve, my worth. So I focused back on the gym. Oh my gosh, the gym, guys, the gym has been a saver for me, because in a moment where I feel like I don't have a lot of control of things, people are telling me what they think of me, people are rejecting me, people don't want to interview me. In a time where I feel like this, I love going to the gym because I feel in control. You know what I mean? Every time I achieve something, every time I push myself to do something new, I feel good and I feel like I did this for myself. Like, I have always wanted to have discipline. It's an area in my life where I lack. And so going to the gym, it has allowed me to build back my discipline. And because I have this discipline, someone telling me that I don't qualify for a job or I'm underqualified is not gonna knock me down. I think a couple months ago it would have really set me into like a month-long depressive episode, but now it's not. I'll be done for like a week and then I'm gonna be back up doing my thing. But anyways, I put my job search on pause and I'm gonna pick it up again like very soon, but I'm just not gonna let this kill me. Like, if something is not meant for you, it's not meant for you. But trust, what is meant for you will come in the right time. I know for a fact that by this time next year, I'm gonna be looking back at this era of my life living in Australia, and I'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe I went to Australia. I lived with my sister for a couple months and, you know, traveled to other countries and struggled, but like eventually I made it out. So yes, so step number one in feeling a depressive episode, allow yourself to take a break from whatever is making you sad, and then when you're ready, do the things that you feel like you can control. So if you have like work that you do on the side, even social media, like I like posting on social media, putting content out there, that's something that I can control. How it performs, I can't, but putting content out there, I enjoy, so I'm gonna do that. Going to the gym, I enjoy, so I'm gonna do that. Watching my favorite TV shows, I enjoy, so I'm gonna do that. I also like pick up like different little hobbies, like baking. I was doing yoga one week. I just be doing different things, guys. But that, like, filling up my time with other things is also a way that I prevent myself from going to that place. But I am not gonna knock myself for going to that place, because it's just normal, it's inevitable. You're gonna go in and out of that place because you're in an era of life that's just not completely emotionally stable, and you're trying your best to control what you can and to still make the best out of life, you know what I mean? So comment below what you guys do when you are going through a funk, how you get out of it. And yeah, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, comment below. I'm gonna be bringing you guys vlogs are coming, content is coming. We're gonna talk about other types of experiences that I'm having in this era of life. If you guys have questions about specific things, comment them below and I will let you know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
Good day in my mind, said to take a step out, get some air.